Final number one, we can hear now from the flying one with Bree Kim.
Here with Naya from the headliners who just clinched the first berth to go to DC for the championship series. Naya, first of all, congratulations, taking care of business. Just tell me what that last game felt like. You had a tremendous performance, 2 tries, a turnover. What'd that feel like?
Thank you so much. I think for us, it was just getting the wrinkles out and finding that connection that we need to get us to our goal, which was getting to DC, which we did that, and now it's to try and go win this tournament. So we're super excited for that. And in terms of my own actions, just trying to do whatever I need to do to have my impact on the team towards our goal.
And it's amazing to see you do what you do on the international circuit and then come here. You started with Premier Rugby Sevens a couple years ago, but now the competition has really grown. So tell me what it's been like to play so far this season.
The competition has been amazing. To see the people that they've been able to scout, not only in the U.S., but also internationally, has just made this organization so much better. The growth that it's had in the last 2 years has been tremendous, so I cannot wait to see what they have in the future.
Awesome, Naya. Thanks so much, and good luck the rest of today.
So coming up in the next one, it's Pittsburgh against New York. Plenty on display, but 2 we've highlighted.
Yeah, we had to highlight some awesome players here. Sam Sullivan, plenty of international experience. Pittsburgh Steeltoes, you know, this is their home tournament. They really wanted to make their mark. But the New York locals, we can't go past Amy. And the locals were extremely impressive in the opening round in Austin, coming second, making the final. So they'll be looking to go one better, which is taking out the whole tournament. They've had a bit of a change in roster, as all the teams have. As you see Amy Bonte on your screen there. We've got Stacey Walker, of course, captaining the side. We have a look there. This is the starting lineup. Nina Wilson, plenty of pace. The locals, like I said, looking to go one better, which will be taking out the entire tournament. As the home side, Pittsburgh Steeltoes, will have a bit of a delayed run. The focus here, as we see Stacey Walker and Amy nodding, is to stay focused and start this one the right way.
Yeah, the New York side. Carmeli Fair, coach with T. Fletcher, are ready to go. Pittsburgh Steeltoes, the home side, led by Sarah Kaljuvi, the Canadian Sevens legend. Coached by Josie Zaluka, Emily Record gets the crowd on their feet. It's what you love to see here from the Steeltoes. They are a side that is so tough to wage war against in the Austin, Texas tournament. They ended on a high there and looking to start with a bang.
Yeah, we look on your screen. This is the one to watch. Sammy Sullivan. She's just blown up on the World Series since she started up there not long ago. And it's so good to see her inject that excitement here into PR7s. Keeping an eye on also captain Sarah Kaljuvi, Canada International, Meg Mambe, another physical runner. But all the eyes are on the home team, Dallin, Pittsburgh Steeltoes.
That's right. Who will join the headliners in the final? And also a trip to DC. Steeltoes versus New York locals. And Nini Weathers first take here for the New York side. Position hits the deck. Looking to arrange around the short side. Good contact coming in from the Steeltoes. Pressure there as they look to keep it alive in midfield. Robles, good contact. Real pressure at the breakdown. Still managed to keep it as Stacey Walker has the pill. Good acceleration, looking to dish it off. Just a low one to take from Tanika Willison.
And if you're watching at home, your eyes do not deceive you. That is Tanika Willison, who's just played for the Black Ferns in the Pac 4. Black Ferns 7-star as well. Sprint to all sorts, and that is her teammate, Stacey Walker. So the fact they went to ground shows probably how hot it is, because it's middle of winter back in New Zealand. It is freezing, Dylan.
Well, the climate has changed tremendously, that's for sure. Particularly here in the United States. Possession for Asia Hogan Rochester.
Get your head down. Set.
Canada Sevens player for the Pittsburgh Steeltoes.
Stay behind that ball.
Kaljuvi waits. Looking for an early offload. Give them a chance to run on the outside. Sophie Ragg, one-handed offload. Hits the deck. Salome Unga in support. Ruckers come flying in. Kaljuvi's there also to help out. There's the Pittsburgh Steeltoes recycle possession. All the way back. Meg Mumba, the French select player, drifts across field, offers a good fend. Sammy Sullivan is there with a quick tap. Ball's gone backwards. USA 7-star. Flicks it away. Almost a big hit there. Waka was coming in on Kel Juvie. Players on their feet trying to get possession, and they do get it. It's Waka magic, this time on D.
Yeah, that was absolutely a clean steal from Waka. She knows what she's doing. You have to give the ref a picture that you are not off your feet and you are clearly on the ball, not the body or past it.
Manainuku with a teammate. Willison puts the kick through. There's no sweeper back. Bouncing around. It sits up superbly. Willison flicks it away. A stunning try. Finished off by Manainuku. And they roast the defense like a marshmallow.
Perfect timing from the two Blackfern 7-stars. They've identified there's no sweepers. They even went to the same high school. So the chemistry between those two, undeniable. But it's identifying things like that that I think will be the keys for these teams to make the Washington DC Championship. You've got to have that experience to identify the right option. The competition's just grown too much, too fast. And there was a little bit too much on the left of that kick. But once again, it was a free kick initially. Looks like there's nothing on. Willison identifies, puts a nice little grubber through, waits for the bounce, knows Nuku is right there on her left shoulder, and Nuku goes over for the try.
Great support play, vision to execute that. Manainuku on the shoulders. Support playing superbly there from Willison, gold medalist from Tokyo. Trained with the Black Ferns as a young 16-year-old. 5-0 the score. Locals lead. Chance for Pittsburgh and Sammy Sullivan to attack at the halfway. It'll be Kel Juvie, in fact. Sarah Kel Juvie caught the eye playing 15s. Back all the way in 2013 at the Under-20 Championship, which they won. First side, Unga. Good ball. There is Sammy Sullivan now on the outside. Steps one. Sullivan, brilliant bit of work. Nuku chasing. It's a high shot. Penalty advantage for the Steeltoes. Mumba floats across field. On comes up. Now Kel Juvie goes to the mark. It's a quick tap. Sarah Kel Juvie gets within two. Sullivan to the left. Unga with a good little step. Very close to the line, but defense has turned it over, and a penalty for New York.
So close to the line. The referee deems the Pittsburgh Steelers are putting their hands in the ruck, which you cannot do. Right on their try line. You could hardly get a penalty closer than that. So we have a look here. Desperation. Nuku's left arm just slides up there. But if she didn't stop her, that would have been a try, Dylan.
Yeah, what a tackle in the end. Possession turned over and have an option to go for an attacking Lana to relieve some of the pressure as the ball goes almost into the train. Don't see that a lot.
Aiming for the train car or the river. Probably plenty of rugby balls in that river, eh? How many?
I thought you were going to say on the train. Depends how good your kicking is.
Don't step in. Don't. No.
Ruby Tui here next to me, New Zealand Sevens legend. She could hit the train. I'd probably go for the water myself.
Time off.
Brilliant to have your company wherever you're tuning in. I'm down in Stanford. Bree Kim is pitch out as well. This is the Eastern Conference Finals.
Closer, please. Here.
Top two sides in
Thank
this
you.
women's competition will go to Washington, D.C. in August 6 to contest the championship. 5-0, the locals lead. Can win both matches here, of course, of these sides. Crossfield looking for that loop switch with Stacey Waka, who glides through. Waka as elusive as an alien. And Stacey will be caught, though. Brilliant skills from the Steeltoes. Unga is there support. Penalty, though, for the New York local side. A lung-busting effort, and it's a quick tap from Manainuku again. Short ball. Chera Owens gets rid of one. Kel Juvie offers a good hit. Nuku pulling the strings in the middle. Willison now with a support line to the 22. Come the New York locals. Now Stacey Waka on the outside. This time she's in, and they have their second score.
Stacey Waka Flocka Flame finishing off a rugby try that she's done so many times before, and it was her and Willison that sparked the break right on their own goal line to set this up. They get the penalty, then it's Nuku to react, Willison to set up, and Stacey Wakaflaka to finish.
Correct.
Fun fact, they all went to the same high school, Dylan.
I love this little inside information here from Ruby Tui, of course. What a high school team that must have been.
Hamilton Girls High School has the biggest reputation, I reckon, in New Zealand for creating players who do things like that. That's Willison with a down-the-middle conversion. As we see here, it goes down to a ruck. And Nuku picks it up. Simple draw and pass on the end. And Waka puts the ball down, so there's no question about it. Draw and pass, most underrated move in rugby, I reckon, Dylan.
Yeah, and having Waka on the outside, 30 tries for New Zealand this season. Two-time Rugby World Cup winner. Alongside yourself in 2022 New Zealand, your home tournament. Waka comes up and gets the goodies as well, kicks it out. Wants to go to the break. Because what a finish to that first half. It's the New York Locals with 2 tries in the opening 7. And they have a firm grip on this game so far. More coming up after the break, though. Can the Steeltoes come back here in the Eastern Conference Finals? 12-0, the Locals lead Pittsburgh. Coming up next, it's intense paddle play in the Bay as the world's fastest growing sport heads to San Francisco's Oracle Park. Catch the Franklin Sports Pickle 4 Ball Series tonight, right on CBS Sports Network. Well, the fans are thoroughly enjoying this one. Although the home side, the Steeltoes, need to come back. They trail 12-0 against the Locals. Big second 7 to go on the line. A prize to go to DC for the championship. Second half here at Highmark Stadium. Nuku and Waka on the scoreboard for the New York Locals. Going high does Tanika Willison. Ball slips free, it comes the way for the local side. Benai Nuka, good little back switch, creating a 3-on-2. Now drifting on the outside, beating a couple of players, and that is a massive shot in the end. Take some of that.
Well, initially it was beautiful play from the Locals, but
Yeah, go ahead.
number 9,
I'll wait for you.
Asia Oga Rochester just says,
Turn off.
get out of my sideline. Which gives them possession, which is all important in this beautiful game of sevens.
Don't step in. Time on.
Pittsburgh with possession. Into the 22 they are. Accurate one to Sophie Feller. Bounce ball to Keljuvi, picks it up nicely on the run. Does Keljuvi, look at a cut free. Brilliant breakout for the Steeltoes. This is why we love sevens, going from your own goal line. A local hero, Sarah Keljuvi for Pittsburgh. Listen to the roar.
Keljuvi, you absolute star. She's She's just come off the Pac-4 tour with the Canada Women's 15s where she was carving up, and she's brought that same form to the Premier Rugby Sevens with that full field effort. And under the sticks, turns it into a 7-pointer. Exactly the way you want to start. Set piece is imperative. Bounce pass. The defending players almost thought she was going to pass it, but I can tell you right now that woman never was going to. Strong carrier, intelligent player, and just an all-good round human.
Kel Juvie, 7 Series debut back in 2013 in Dubai. Still doing the damage. 12-7. The locals lead, but the Steeltoes back into this game. New York looking for a little switch. The crossfield, Robles gets a nice little switch. Waka throws a big ball, almost a nice shot coming in. Nuku down to the short side. Their numbers are plenty here as well. Bonte, a draw and pass. Weathers gets a steamroller out, takes on Sammy Sullivan. The crowd certainly enjoyed that. Nuku yet again to recycle. It's a kick through, it worked the first time. The chase saw there as well. Sullivan no comes back in. Manai Nuku stabs it ahead. Energy sapping stuff is. It's been picked up from Fella, and that will bring an end to that. This time we can bring in Brianna Kim. Brie, what an action-packed game we've seen so far.
Oh, just a crazy last few minutes in that second half, Dallin. And when I talked to both coaches after halftime, they said, for the headliners, they said they just need to get their comms up a little bit more. They weren't happy with it. It was a little bit too quiet. As for the Steeltoes, they just have to outwork themselves. That's what Emily Record said to me. And you can see with Kel Juvie, you know, getting that try down there and then that big break. I mean, that's huge for them. They're started off on the right foot.
Yeah, giving a lot of momentum and confidence as well. Nuku tackled as Willison here. Those two working really well in this game. Under 4 to go in the semi-final. Number 2, Bonte across, looking to whip it. Nakagawa in support as well, the Japanese international. And now Amy Bonte around the short side. Bonte has skinned them. Bonte for the corner, the slide and dive. Spectacular.
Oh, Bonte. We talked about it before the game started, and this is why there was nothing on this near side. She just gritted her teeth and made sure she was going the right way. Unfortunately, Willison, the only screens has to take a break with Janice from Compton, the physio. But that's 3 tries by 3 different players for the locals. Shows how much they're moving the ball and keeping the Steeltoes guessing. As the kick goes astray, we have another look at this left side. Demolishing run. Weathers cleans, and Bonte just says, give me the ball. Give me the ball, and I'll show you what way we're going, and it's over the try line.
Come up. That's up.
Rhinos Rugby is an official partner for all Piro 7's franchises. Visit rhinosrugby.com to start your journey. 10 points to buffer now. The locals against the Steeltoes. The locals looking to steal that second spot after the headliners secured their place in DC. But the Steeltoes, they know their task is simple.
Yes.
They need to win both their matches, or if they finish second to the headliners. So, still 10 points though. They need to reel in with 2.5 to go. Lauren Toonen on the park, coaches the girls' Rugby Inc. program. Pittsburgh with Kel Juvie. Can she spark some more magic? Mumbai can't get around on the outside. Bonte with a good tackle. Sammy Sullivan. Now around the fringes. Sullivan sparking it to Kel Juvie. It's USA and Canada connecting well. And now Mumbai on the outside. Don't forget about front, she says. Meg Mumbai. What a strong fan. Weathers is there. Support runners as well. Sophie Fella. The Pittsburgh Steeltoes have the momentum. Mumbai to the left, Walker comes flying in. Toonen with space to operate, Lauren Toonen. Ball's been dropped by Camille White. Nuku holding things up for the New York locals. The crowd on the edge of their seat. We're waiting for a try from the Pittsburgh side. But Waka and his side had other ideas as Waka gets a good fan, looking to draw a couple. Bonte fires it to Weathers, it cuts back in. Good, strong. Oh, they're absolutely demolished. Nini Weathers and Sammy Sullivan collide for the second time of this game. It's a bruiser. as New York have possession inside their 22. Wilson across field. It's a kick over the top to relieve some pressure. I was hoping for a break myself, but not to be. The Pittsburgh Steeltoes have it at the halfway line with under a minute to play. They trail 17-7. But they have possession. Meanwhile, a player down. Nini Weathers for the New York locals. Cal Juvie, though, batters away upfield. Mumbe is there. Looking to turn on the gas. Meg Mumbe. Support runners as well. Sophie Ragg lifts the crowd to their feet. And the Pittsburgh Steeltoes score one of the longer tries you'll see in a game of sevens. It had it all.
You are kidding me. I need a breather. I need help getting off the floor, Dallin, because that phase went for over 2 minutes in sevens. That's almost unheard of. And it was the Steeltoes who comes out to turn their score into 14, turning this into a 3-point game plan. See here, whether she stayed down for a long time. I think there was a hair pull in there, which is penalisable offence. Actually even a cardable offence in some situations, but the ref or the touchy's got to see it. So she stayed down for a long time, which opened up all sorts of space for the Pittsburgh.
That's right, Asia Hogan-Rochester with that brilliant strike. But here come the New York locals, 17-14 they lead. Look at that cut free, Tanika Willison motors through. As strong as hotel coffee is Tanika Willison, and that'll seal the deal for New York.
Neeks, Willison wills her way over that try line. She could have kicked it out, but she spied half a gap. She's played touch for many years. She's got footwork to burn. Look at her. It's all a trick. You got to stay on her. Tanika, or Neeks as they call her, sneaks her way over that try line off the back of a 15s tour to turn up and say this. The kind of person the locals want on their team.
A stunning finish indeed. Secures a place in the championship in DC for the New York locals. They've beaten the Pittsburgh Steeltoes by 22 points to 14. It's a game that had it all. We're going to take a short break and we'll bring you all the updates of who will go through and what's still to come. Time for a short break. 22-14, the final score. The locals beat the Steeltoes.